So you're wondering what's wrong with you? Why it feels like your soul hit the log out button while your body's still clocked in? Why joy feels like a rumor? Why your own reflection doesn't recognize you anymore? Guys, trust me, I feel you. Sometimes it just feels like there's this black cloud following you anywhere you go. Like you can't even cross the street without walking into a spider web. And here's the answer most won't tell you up front. You're not broken. You're not emotionally drunk. You're in the dark night of the soul. Not the cute kind with angel numbers and incense. The real kind. The kind that burns off everything you thought you were so the truth can finally come through. And I know it feels like dying because, in a way, it is. But you're actually falling into place. Let's talk about what this really looks like. Here are 10 clear signs you are experiencing the dark night of the soul. 1. Intense feelings of despair and hopelessness. You don't even cry the way you used to. The ache is heavy, like it's sitting on your lungs. You wake up with it, go to bed with it. Sometimes you don't even want to get out of bed at all. It's not always loud, it's a quiet crumbling, like something inside is collapsing in slow motion. This is soul grief. The part of you that no longer aligns is grieving its own departure. It's like watching a version of yourself fade out, while no one else sees it happening. 2. You lose interest in the things that once brought you joy. Music doesn't hit the same. Food starts to taste like cardboard. Even the people you love feel like they're reaching you through a fog. You scroll, you click, you binge, but none of it fills the gap. It's not that you don't care. It's that your spirit's rejecting anything that doesn't nourish. What fed your old self can't sustain the new one rising underneath. This is your soul fasting from the synthetic. 3. A deep sense of loneliness and isolation. You could be in a room full of people and still feel invisible. You could have the partner, the job, the plans, and still feel unplugged from life itself. And maybe you don't talk about it because people wouldn't get it. Or worse, they'd try to fix it. But this isn't something to be fixed. This is a sacred loneliness, a cosmic silence, where the divine whispers things no one else is meant to hear. Solitude is your cocoon. Don't rush out of it. 4. You question your life purpose and meaning. Why am I here? What's the point of any of this? Was I wrong about everything I believed? You feel like your whole life was built on sand, like truth is running from you, like God forgot your address. But what's really happening is the false is falling away. The borrowed beliefs, the inherited expectations, the survival masks, they're dissolving. You're not losing yourself. You're being stripped of everything that isn't you, so you can remember what truly is. 5th, questioning your faith, beliefs, or even your own sanity. You used to pray. Now you just sit in silence and hope someone's listening. You used to feel guided. Now you feel abandoned. You might even feel bitter, like the divine ghosted you in the middle of your darkest night. But this is the part where faith matures, when it's not based on feeling good, when it's not about control or comfort, but about trusting something deeper, even when it seems there's no light at the end of the tunnel. Faith usually isn't going to shout. Sometimes it just whispers, keep going, don't give up. 6. Physical symptoms and unexplained ailments. You're exhausted no matter how much you sleep. You get aches, pains, migraines, nausea, or even the feeling like your skin's crawling but nothing's there. This isn't all in your head. This is energetic detox. Your body is trying to hold a new frequency, but it's still full of old data. Your cells are shedding old trauma, old programming, old density. Your body is the battlefield for all this. Be gentle, hydrate, rest like it's sacred, because it is. 7. Increase sensitivity and emotional turmoil. One moment you're numb. The next, you're wondering if someone's chopping onions nearby because you can't stop crying. Something small sets you off. A song, a scent, a memory, and suddenly your whole chest aches like grief you didn't even know you were holding. You're not overreacting. You're releasing. The heart remembers everything, even what the mind tried to forget. Let it out. Don't bottle the flood. It's the purge before the peace. 8. Heightened intuition and psychic experiences. You dream things before they happen. The synchronicities are piling up. You know people before you even meet them. But here's the trip. While you're spiritually leveling up, the rest of your life might be falling apart. That's not failure. That's the price of perception. You're not just awakening, you're being recalibrated. And yes, it's disorienting. But trust the upgrade. 9. You crave solitude like it's oxygen. You cancel plans. You stop texting back. You need silence, not because you hate people, but because your spirit is overstretched. You're not becoming cold. You're becoming clear. This is when your boundaries get upgraded, when your people-pleasing dies, when your intuition becomes louder than your guilt. This part will require patience. Let it flow and try not to be so hard on yourself. 10. You feel emotionally and spiritually empty. Nothing fills the void. Not money, not sex, not achievements, not even self-help. You're not numb. You're in the chrysalis. When the caterpillar liquefies, it doesn't know it's about to be a butterfly. It just knows it's not what it used to be. You are in between identities. This isn't the end. This is the becoming. But here's what's actually happening. The soul is stepping forward. And the ego, it's fighting for its life. You're not being punished. You're being purified. This is what happens when the veil lifts, when illusions fall, when you stop living someone else's life and start calling your own soul back home. So if it feels like your life is falling apart, it's because your spirit is trying to put itself first. So don't gaslight yourself out of the process. Don't numb your way back to sleep. And for the love of all that's divine, don't let people who've never walked through fire tell you how to hold your flame. You were built for this rebirth, designed for this dark night, and destined to remember who you really are. Not someday, but now. Keep going. You're closer than you think. The dawn doesn't ask permission to rise. And neither should you.